Do you remember a time when several cruise ships had more COVID infections on board than many countries? This was early days in the pandemic, and we were seeing things like port refusals and mass outbreaks on board in the news nearly every day. Things were so dire, in fact, that some are predicting it may be the end of the line for the industry. Well, it is not. Cruisers are back, and they're booking again, and a big reason why is because many people say that they're just not afraid of catching COVID anymore. So like border reopenings, cruise bookings surged once testing and vaccination rules loosened earlier this year. A report published by CNBC Travel this morning found two types of bookings are especially popular. That's luxury and expedition-style cruises, both which tend to have fewer people on board. Now, despite a strong uptick in bookings this year, the cruising industry is not expected to fully recover until 2027. That's according to Euromonitor International. And to give you an idea of where things stand today, Euromonitor said cruising made about $68 billion in 2019. This year, it expects to make a little more than half that. Now, we can get a better understanding of what's happening if we look at the regional data. It shows Latin America is expected to recover in 2024, followed by Australasia, the Middle East, and North America in 2025. And if we look closer at the three regions with longer outlooks, we see Western Europe is expected to basically be back by 2027. But Asia Pacific only about 75% of the way there, and Eastern Europe 50%. Now, as for Asia, Euromonitor said Chinese continued pursuit of a zero-COVID policy will affect cruising uptake for several years to come. Now, the region is expected to see remarkable growth and interest from other countries, namely Singapore and Vietnam, but these countries won't be able to make up for the slow return of Chinese travelers, who account for more than 75% of Asia Pacific's cruising revenue. Back to you.
All right, Monica, I know you've got a ton of data here, right? So if we can zoom in on the Asia market and recovery, it's a patchwork quilt. It's very fragmented, right? Where are we?
It is. Just like the rest of the world, different parts of Asia are expected to recover. So the areas that we can expect to recover first is going to be Singapore, Vietnam, and India. They're expected to recover by 2024. And as we close out 2022, that's not looking all that far away. All three, I should say, are expected to have growth projections that just continue upwards. So for Singapore, some people tried the cruises to nowhere. They got hooked. For our report.
I don't get those. I don't get those. We were just joking about this, right?
Yes, some people said they had never tried it before. They did. They loved it. They've got multiple cruises booked for 2023. Now, Vietnam, they've got a major government investment. They're bringing in tie-ins with Vietnam Airlines, so that's helping the market there. But there's other places that aren't expected to recover even by 2027. Now, these are China, as mentioned, also Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, and Philippines. Now, Taiwan is dealing with a populace that is still concerned about getting sick, so we're seeing slower recovery there. Philippines, it is a nation of islands. It has a very small cruising industry. It's also the smallest, it's going to recover the slowest, I should say. Yeah, everybody else somewhere in between, and I should say that includes Hong Kong. Hong Kong is expected to recover by 2025, well ahead of China.